Hey guys, Zach with Tactical, and today I'm going to talk about my direct action kit. So this is what I will wear to larger milsim games, especially if we're going to be in and out of buildings a lot. I used to have a couple different plate carriers, and I finally settled on the Samapo NCPC in Coyote Brown. The group of guys that I roll with, we stick with the Coyote Brown color because it affords us all to be kind of look the same for team identification purposes. So the biggest reason why I chose this carrier over a lot of the other options is this actually has a harness system. So you can look right inside here. You can see there's actually a harness built around the inside with pads. So they go all the way down the back for the back plate, back harness and everything. And you can see how it squeezes against your frame. So instead of it being like hanging off your shoulders like most plate carriers do, it actually rests on your entire upper body. So this makes it a lot more comfortable for wearing for longer periods of time. And that's really the biggest reason for me to go with something like this. The shoulder pads are a lot more buoyant, I would say. They're a lot more comfortable to wear. Like, it doesn't press into your traps like a lot of other plate carrier pads do, especially when you wear a lot of gear on them or if you put plates in them or anything. So biggest thing that put me towards this carrier was the fact that that harness just made it a lot easier for me to actually carry all that weight. As you see, it's kind of set up with a lot of mags on it. I don't really normally like carrying this many mags, but for a direct action situation, especially when we're pumping a lot of mags through things, it makes a lot of sense for me to have them really close and up front. So I've got 6 magazines, 3 in the insert that came with the carrier, so it's already set up for the 3 mags, and then 3 on the front in taco pouches with my scarab cutter. So if we actually zip cuff anybody, I can release the scarab and I can cut the zip cuff, because milsim. So I've got the scarab cutter right up front. I have a secondary mag pouch over here by Eagle, and then I have a utility smoke or spare frag pouch on the other side, also by Eagle Industries. My Baofeng radio is over here on the left side because it gets out of the way of my body and the rotation of my arm and everything, and it's easier to control right here. Of course, held in by the inside pocket from the actual plate carrier itself, designed for the radio. If we squeeze a little more around to the side, the Samapo NCPC actually comes with these attachable pouches, kind of like the Blue Force gear setup. So I've got 2 extra magazines in here, just as kind of like speed reloads. Or if I've exhausted everything on the front, or if I want to have a quick reaction load. So it's just down on my left side, so I can pull the magazine straight out and immediately rock into the chamber on my mag well on my AR. For the front, on the front pocket here, for the admin pocket, I actually have a notebook and a pen, which is an all-weather notebook, just in case we need to take any notes down. Clearly I've been playing a lot of Airsoft because the notebook is currently empty. But that's just for larger engagement missions or something, if we need to take immediate information down, or if we're doing anything with role players, depending on the game that I'm at. One more mag on the right side in case I have to switch hands at any time. I have another mag over here. So all in all, I've got 9 mags on this system right now. Excuse me, 10 mags on this system right now, which again, that's way more than I normally carry. I have a LBT med pouch on this side. It has a button attachment here at the top, so I can detach that button and pull the whole thing away if I need to access it, or if it's any other thing. I can easily pull it open. Now, I just have a random bandage in a package that I put in here, and then I have one of the old 1960s style bandages. A lot of other games, what I'll do is I'll have a whatever that medical tape is, the ACE bandages. There we go. So I'll pop an ACE bandage in there, like a lot of companies require that you have the ACE bandages with you. Or I can throw tourniquets in here if I wish. I also have bug spray in there right now. On the front pocket, I have a cloth for my glasses. So if I'm ever outside of an area where I can actually wipe the fog away from my lenses, I have a little anti-fog wipe right here. Normally I actually have some Revision anti-fog gel or other wipes in there too, just to kind of help out. To move around to the back of the carrier, on the rear plate I have I think this is the First Spear hydration. It's currently empty, but this is a really lightweight, low profile hydration carrier, and it can open up really far. So that was a big positive for me. Just being that it was lightweight, low profile, and I could fit even a large 3-liter hydro bag in there. And then I have a kayak shell for a tornado grenade, in case we need to have a buddy come up and pull a grenade for any kind of direct action situation inside of a building. Another big plus on this carrier is that it has an immediate detachment system, which is what these are for. So again, for those high-end simulation purposes, you can easily rip these cords away. The Velcro will pull as you rip the whole thing out, and the harness will fall apart from behind. So if we did one of those heavy in-depth role play situations and I was shot or whatever, they could easily pull that off. It's not something that I would necessarily use, but it's just one of those cool things to have. Or let's say, for instance, I accidentally broke a rib or something playing airsoft. God help me. I could easily just strip right out of it. They wouldn't have to cut the whole thing away from me. But yeah, this is my carrier setup. It works really well for me. It's surprisingly lightweight because of the harness system to it. I have a lot of affordability with magazines. I'm not really going to be laying down with the way this is set up right now. If I do get into a situation where I want to carry less magazines, I can easily undo the mouse clips on the front of these taco pouches and strip this down to a really slim profile front end and have a lot more accessibility to it. But yeah, this is my Samato NC PC, and this is what I use for my direct action setup.